Greetings, I am Monster D, and today I am here to fulfill a challenge. Oh, fear not, it's not one of those YouTube challenges. I am not going to swallow anything I ought not swallow. I will not be jumping into any moving vehicles or any such dangerous acts. No, no, no. This challenge comes from the wonderful world of Godzilla fans, and specifically from the fan known as Alyssa Gojigeek 101. She has continued an ongoing challenge, asking every Godzilla fan who does videos to come forth and speak of his or her most monstrous Godzilla scene of all. Yes, from all the myriad Godzilla films, the challenge is for me to pick what to me is the most monstrous and memorable and powerful scene out of all that has come amidst that entire series. Well, I am actually here to tell you that I'm not quite ready for that challenge. No, I couldn't bring myself to do that. I could not select just one major scene. So, I have actually broken this up into two scenes. That's right, there are two very impactful scenes to me from the Godzilla series. So, let me go right into it. The very first scene, for me, actually hails from the very first film, the 1954 Gojira. And this scene has a particular title known as Prayer for Peace. This is one of those scenes I like to pull out whenever people start talking about Godzilla in a sort of mocking sense, talking about how it's just a bunch of movies with silly rubber monsters fighting one another and, you know, bad special effects and bad dubbing and that sort of thing. This is one of those scenes that I like to bring up to strongly challenge those notions. That silly nature of Godzilla films is all that they could ever be. In this first film, the darkest of the entire series, still to this day, Godzilla, as you may well know, is an allegory for a nuclear attack and the fallout of the atom bomb. Well, after one of Godzilla's most thoroughly devastating attacks, the city of Tokyo is left in flaming ruins, and the remaining citizens who could not flee from the city in time were simply suffering and coping, trying to, well, those who did survive, trying to continue to survive, and also clinging to their barely holding on, in some cases, lost loved ones. There are many sorrowful, sad scenes of mothers clutching to their children as they are about to perish. There are scenes of people holding Geiger counters in front of sickly children, showing that while they are alive, they are essentially the walking dead, doomed to a cancerous future death. Well, sort of the final pinpoint of this big attack, after it happens, during the sort of interlude aftermath before the final sort of battle, there is this scene called Prayer for Peace. And it's simply a large gathering of citizens who get together and they enter this chorus, and essentially is a long, peaceful, sad, mournful, just kind of a ballad chorus. You know, it's really one of those where it's not just meant to convey the lyrics, even though there are lyrics there. The idea is it's meant to be this sort of attempt at a salve over top of this horrific scene and the wounds that it caused on so many citizens. The entire film just dead stops for this scene, and it was all the more enhanced by the wonderful and brilliant musical score behind it by legendary composer Akira Ifukube. He brought just such a soft and tender moment to this otherwise monstrous film, and in and of itself, this scene actually carried its own level of sincerity and weight and heaviness. The very nature of its solidarity and its honesty and its compassion and passion are what actually make this, to me, one of the most monstrous scenes out of the entire Godzilla franchise. And the other scene is Mechagodzilla's transformation sequence in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. Yes. Oh, you want to talk about silly giant monster action? To me, this is the legendary pinnacle of all of that. Yes. Early in this 1974 film, there is a rampaging, monstrous Godzilla tearing through the cities. And this is a point, mind you, when Godzilla had quickly become a sort of rebranded superhero. So it was puzzling that Godzilla was doing all this attacking. Well, turns out this was not the real Godzilla, but in fact an imposter, a cyborg. Yes, with some crazy, wonderful, early 1970s camera reverse and I guess layering technology. They used fire to replace the then stiffening Godzilla body with the all-new, amazing, robotic Mechagodzilla. This scene was all the more heightened by the wonderful big band sound of Masaru Sato's energetic score. Oh, I can feel it now. It just gets me going. It's this wonderful, quick montage of all the sharp and pointy and spinny assets and features of this diabolical droid. Yes. So, there you have it. My two most monstrous scenes from the entire Godzilla franchise. Well, I hope this has entertained you, and I hope you are all the more ready to stomp towards the brand new Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Yes. Well, until next time, stay monstrous, Monster D.
Wow.